What's the point of cricket?
Boys.
Why do you do it?
Great cricket is a prison.
We're going to look at the perils of sweeping.
We're the good cricketers, the great cricketers, real Brad.
Dips his head.
If you're going to do it to England.
Well, he's out now. He got 40.
Let's get political, as we are now just 4 days away from the most important World Cup of our lives. Sure, it's the fourth one of these things in 5 years. Sure, nobody knows who is and isn't playing. Sure, the broadcasters might lose $250 million if India and Pakistan don't play each other. But how good is it to have the chance to win something before the footy starts? Cummins out, Hoffa late starter, Smudge not in the squad. But hey, Cameron Green is pissed off, and maybe that Pakistani bloke does chuck it. I don't know. Nobody knows. But we can all agree that this is good and meaningful. There's also England and Sri Lanka, New Zealand, India, West Indies and South Africa. Josh Butler gets the most caps for England. Harry Brook clears up that mess in Wellington. Sophie Molineux is the new captain of the world's greatest team. Under 19 World Cup pointy and Blobby final. Shield returns. What's getting you hot? AskTGC. Sam Perry is your name. Ian Higgins is my name. And Sam Perry, how are you doing?
Good, thank you. Thanks, Chuck.
It's Revs.
What I like after the week off that we've had, and a disgraceful week off it was,
embarrassing,
given everything going on in the game. I like the contrast between the summer we've just had, where we've been roaring, emotionally, tribally, about things like high and low percentage cricket styles, like combined 11s, like whether 3 consecutive rounds of golf injures a 38-year-old's back or contributes to it. Couldn't say. We've roared about weak men, and loving situations.
Right.
We've roared about the right kinds of ways to get on the piss, i.e., if you're winning, it's okay.
Yeah.
And it's been a beautiful, sheltered little Anglo-centric cave that we've all been in, going, this is fine, familiar tones and rhythms, but we're all okay because we like the long-form cricket, and it's fine. And now we all come out of the cave after a week. And coming out of my cage, by the way.
I see. How you doing?
Just fine. Just fine. But we've come out of the cave where the big boys play, right? None of this, Stokes, do you like him, do you not?
Tiddlywinks.
Exactly. Like, we're talking about now the viability of games between nuclear-armed border states whose fixtures more than any other game power the financial engine of global cricket. And one of them has just boycotted via Twitter. And just to show how good the global discourse is at the moment, which course, the Pakistani government's tweet that they're not playing against India wasn't even in the top 100 most salacious things online this week. And as we're into February, spare a thought for poor old Andrew Dillon, the AFL CEO, trying to get a foot in the conversation,
right.
which is what the AFL exists for.
Yeah.
He's got to go over to India just to try and fucking get some conversation going.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So it's good to be back. It's good to discuss these things. But as ever, we turn that over, for the first real comment to the punters. What is getting you hot?
At home watching the Australia-Pakistan game. Everyone's asleep. The baby and the missus. And Cameron Green making the chucker sign. Oh, just get me a neck tattoo on him and turn me over and go to work.
Might be a little bit late with this submission, but knowing that Scotland is higher than Jersey in the pecking order for India to slide into our DMs and offer us a sloppy seconds opportunity at the World Cup, that is degrading, but hot.
Pakistan are pulled out of playing India on February 15, and don't the ICC love it?
Somebody check that bloke's front arm. You cannot tell me that is legal. There needs to be an investigation. Justice for Cameron Green.
What's getting me hot is Usman Khan raising the helmet and bat for 50 runs. Love a man who's passionate. Knows the conversion rates from T20 to Test cricket. No, this is good. This is really good.
Cameron Green controversy? Cameron Green belittles opposition? Is that
Is that a neck tattoo I spot underneath that collar? Is that a black leather jacket in that kit bag? Welcome to the Australian cricket team, Cameron Green. It's nice to meet you.
Did you know that Australia loves these kind of situations? They love them. They love to get smacked 3-0 and then just fuck everybody in the World Cup. I hate you. I hate you so much. Why do you have to be like this?
Please, can we have Blobby League trade radio? Need some mega trades, need them now.
You know what's getting me hot? Seeing pre-season photos all over my Instagram. Down the fucking blood.
Boys, nothing links the subcontinent together like the opportunity to shit on an Australian cricketer.
When does the circus start?
So those are just, a sample of some of the thoughts out there.
Well curated.
With the punters. Now, good news if you're in the UK, you can now get the book, Alphas, Champs and Chop Kings on Amazon, which is a website and indeed an application that you may have heard of before. So if you want to get the book, Alphas, Champs and Chop Kings, TGC's third book, you can get it now on Amazon. And if you're in Australia or the rest of the world, greatcricketer.com for that. A little treat. There's no guest on this show here today, but there is an episode dropping tomorrow. A chat we had with Pat Cummins that we did for Prime Video a couple of weeks ago when we believed he was playing in what I understand is the T20 World Cup this year.
When he looked us in the eye off air and said, I'll be back sometime at the back end of the group stage. And when I say look in the eye, I mean eyes darting off to the side a little bit and all around us and nothing but...
Who else can I talk to?
Exactly. Archie, sorry, I've got to do an interview with Batuta now. Yeah. See you guys. Yeah. It was good. It was a good chat. Also, like with Prime Video, I wouldn't say it wasn't a state of the nation conversation. You know, it was just flinging shit at him and seeing what happened.
Yeah. What's your favourite jersey?
Talking.
That kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Now, look, is there another treat coming your way this week? Couldn't possibly say. Refuse to say. Not going to say. Out of my hands.
Exactly.
But what I've enjoyed this week, Pezza, is just Steve Waugh stuff. I mean, I enjoy Steve Waugh every week.
Let's start at the top. Hierarchy of need stuff as well. Some people might have caught this. Tugger there with Nathan Cleary at the UFC. Volkanovski. Where was that? I presume it was Sydney. Sydney, I guess. Yeah. And in particular, the Volkanovski walk-on song, which everybody well knows around the nation, is Land Down Under, Man at Work. And I just want we've actually got footage of this. Just and before you have a look at it, if you are online and stuff, online if you're on YouTube, if you're on the line, just note how like firstly how hard Tugger's nodding to Land Down Under, and then how he starts singing that, like he's got the lyrics going. She took until he sees the cameras on him. She took before he thinks better of it. Let's just have a look at it here.
How's Cleary? The jaw on Cleary?
Oh, there is it. She took me. G'day.
Demonstrative. Demonstrative. There's Josh Mansour as well.
Mansour, of course. Three greats. It's Mount Rushmore.
Can't get three because Nathan's jaw just munching away there.
Exactly.
On a pack of PK. A demonstrative Tugger. We see him at sports events because we saw him a couple of years ago at the tennis enjoying a cornetto.
Exactly.
Which was delightful. But just to see Steve Waugh just out and about, just making shapes and faces that you don't associate with the steeliest, hardest man in Australian cricket history.
Yeah, I'm nervous. I think Tugger has benefited enormously from the mystique created around not being a talking head in the press. That helps the brand. But I was happy. I was happy with this. That said, if you do want any confirmation in Australia that cricket is done and that people are Jonathan Thurston for footy, in relation to this clip.
Got it, yeah.
Have a look at how news.com.au covered this clip. Chuck,
Okay.
I think you got the... Man standing next to Cleary goes viral. Man standing next to Cleary goes viral.
Okay.
I mean, in the game,
God.
is this what we call rage bait?
God almighty. Man standing next to Cleary.
what are the? I mean, we're going to talk India, Pakistan, and solve it. By the way,
Yeah, we
probably
will.
in 2 to 3 minutes max. But
Yeah.
getting into the mechanics of the economics of that fucking headline, I don't even know where to start. I mean,
Yeah.
I thought Vlandis was powerful.
Yeah.
But this is next level.
Unbelievable. Now, what we have learnt subsequently that Tugger didn't know was UFC. He thought that was Wasp versus Spider.
Everything's.
He thought he was going to say Wasp versus Spider. Turns out he's next to Nathan, and now he's just labelled man.
It is the time for conspiracy.
Unbelievable.
Sometimes you don't know the source of stuff that's being written and said online.
See,
or who people are.
Because, I sort of like the mystique around. Well, no, I do like the mystique because of my love for Steve Waugh is. I mean, it just goes back to. I'm talking embryo for me. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
So I have fears that if I learn too much, don't mean the hero stuff, I love the distance that's created between me, the super fan, and Steve Waugh, the captain, leader, legend, John Terry Styles. So I just worry that I wouldn't love him as much. Maybe I'd love him more. Maybe if he looked me, he has looked me in the eye once, accidentally. but
and then he spat off to the side. Yeah. Very strange move at the Cricket New South Wales.
He was wearing a tuxedo.
Yeah.
It's weird. But, I have fears that, don't mean your heroes, I guess.
Yeah.
Because I love him so much.
He's been keen to commentate for the last 20 years, but even the producers know that Steve Waugh is to be understood as a mystical figure.
Bad for the brand.
A figure of mistakes. But it's bad for him. You're meant to hear about him, via stories through other people like Gilly, side mouthing and stuff like that.
Not his brother.
Yeah.
That
Oh, no.
No.
Well, no, talk about that is Mystique. Now, I don't know if you can just pull that back up there, Chuck. Just say, if you actually, I don't know if you can zoom. You probably can't zoom in on Nathan Cleary there, but he's got his phone out. That's actually a selfie with Tugger. He's doing it. He's not taking a snap of the octagon. Is that what we would say, Chuck? Yeah. Okay. More of a sweet science guy myself, but look, Tugger's
Sport of Kings for me.
Exactly. Yeah, old school. Tugger's been in the public eye of late. Again, we didn't cover cricket for 2 seconds, so we've missed everything. But I know everyone will be across this, looking forward to it. But just thought we'd have our say on this. Stephen is an investor in one of the 3 franchises announced as part of the new European T20 Premier League, or in short, the ETPL. Okay.
Yep.
Don't shoot the messenger.
Just
this
what it's
is an
called.
information exchange.
Different to the film, of course.
Thank you. Stephen joins Jamie Dwyer, the former hockey roo, as part of
he was a fucking gun.
Hockey roo or Kookaburras?
Kookaburra.
Just getting that right.
It's Kookaburra.
They're part of the Amsterdam franchise.
That's right.
You see?
Yeah,
Upon this announcement, and I'll get into the announcement itself of the new European T20 Premier League, where Steve Waugh is an investor in Amsterdam. Tugger said, franchise cricket has expanded quickly, but this opportunity stood out because it is driven by, presumably, as opposed to other ones, aspiration and long-term thinking. In many ways, it marks a return to the game for me, but in a very different role. This is about helping uphold the standards and spirit of cricket, the new ETPL, of which Steve Waugh is an investor in Amsterdam, while supporting its growth into Europe, which remains the game's last great frontier. Okay?
Yep, okay.
Now, the European T20 Premier League was launched by Bollywood actor and film producer Abhishek Bachchan at the Sydney Opera House.
Yep.
Amsterdam is joined by Edinburgh and the Irish Wolves of Belfast.
Yep.
Now, to be fair, I do think all 3 teams have a higher profile list than all BBL teams. So it is a good start.
Yep.
But I do speak for you when we welcome this new league.
We do.
We
Yes.
have always said that Europe is the last great frontier.
Last great frontier.
And that if anyone is to return the spirit of cricket to the game, it's Steve Waugh.
Yep.
So welcome to those 3 franchises, Belfast, Amsterdam and Edinburgh. I can't wait for this to start.
As I understand it, those players and those teams have not been asked to pay for their accommodation for the games moving forward, as some T10 leagues have asked their players to do.
Well, that's a start.
That's a start.
Well, that we know of. This
I can't confirm that.
This comp tried to get off the ground last year, but ICC said, no, not yet. But it is sanctioned by the ICC.
Well, Belfast had to get their act together. Basket case over there.
The Irish Wolves of Belfast. Now, so that's good. It's good that that's there. I mean,
tell you what I
from
hated.
the player's perspective,
Yeah, go on.
Like, come off straight off the back of the 100. Like, good work for the players. Knock about Europe. Like, I do think a lot of the players are like, if I'm going to be fucked in the face by T20 cricket for my career for bulk coin, if there's any chance I can do it in places where I can knock around that, you know, are handy, that don't really know me.
If there's a hash brownie, so be it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I do think some of the, like Mitch Marsh, I think Glenn Maxwell is part owner of one of the teams.
Yeah.
The Irish Wolves of Belfast.
I see.
And, Bison, Tim David. So BBL teams are like any danger.
These guys love riding a bike, you know? It's a bike city.
Thought we'd start off with the right things.
It reminds me how much I hated the Ashes when I think about it. It sucked. Now let's solve this. India-Pakistan. Just real quick.
What's happened?
As we know, the game between India and Pakistan up in the air, if it's going to be played or not at this current moment in time, it is not. So just giving a bit of a backstory of like how we got here, I suppose.
Where are you starting that?
1947.
Mughals.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, so Pakistan had voiced support for Bangladesh in the wake of them requesting they move matches out of India. That was in the wake of the BCCI telling KKR that they must release the Bangladeshi player Mustafiza from their IPL squad in the midst of political tensions between India and Bangladesh, where that started because the Bangladesh PM of 15 years was ousted and fled to India. The housing of that PM by India upset Bangladeshis. There were protests. A Hindu man was killed in those protests in Bangladesh. Then things started to get really hot. Tensions rose. Between all this, a leader of the BJP, that's of course the governing party in India, branded Bollywood star Shah Rukh Khan a traitor for buying a Bangladeshi cricketer for his IPL team. So Bangladesh said they didn't feel safe playing games in India. The Bangladesh government advised them not to travel. The ICC said there was no threat. Bangladesh pulled out. Scotland will replace them.
Result.
Of course, the 2031 ODI World Cup is scheduled to be hosted in India and Bangladesh. So stay tuned with that. Now, people will recall that India did not travel to Pakistan during the Champions Trophy last year, which compelled the ICC to organise all their games in the UAE. Pakistan said they would not travel to India for any future games in World Cups or Champions Trophies or whatever, so they are playing in Sri Lanka. That's a new agreement between India and Pakistan. Now, so that's one side of things. So, just recently, a terrorist attack occurred in Pakistan where nearly 200 people died, including 31 civilians. The Pakistan Cricket Board chairman and Interior Minister Mohsin Naqvi has blamed India for the recent attacks in Baluchistan. That's in the southwest of Pakistan. Now, the Baluchistan Liberation Army, stay with me, have been waging a war with Pakistan for decades. They are part of a separatist movement from Pakistan. Now, Pakistan have accused India of supporting the Baluchistan Liberation Army and waging a proxy war. India, of course, have denied this. Now, Pakistan have boycotted this game against India. Now, this matters for everyone basically involved in cricket because according to Dan Bredingham in the Sydney Morning Herald the other day, the most recent deal struck between the ICC and Geostar was worth $3 billion US and ran from 23 to 2027. According to industry sources with knowledge of confidential negotiations, each game between India and Pakistan over that period has an estimated value of around US $250 million. So that's where we're up to with that. I'm not sure where to even start with this, but I guess it's bad. It's bad news. It's bad news for everyone. It's bad news for everyone that the game's not going to happen.
Yeah, it's funny with that that line in Breding about like according to industry sources with knowledge of the confidential negotiations, each game between India and Pakistan over that period, each game over that period, 23 to 27, has an estimated value of around 250 million US. Would you interpret that as like 250 million per game?
Per game.
Per game.
That's
I mean,
that's how I'm reading.
I mean, other like Crick Buzzers got it at 20 million US. The gap is massive. Anyway,
so the last game, the Champions Trophy game in Dubai last year, 206 million people watched that. So whatever that
Fair few.
equates to dollars
Fair few
wise,
people.
a couple of people watch it.
All right. Well, like as you said, let's just a couple of guys in Australia probably just sort this out in about 5 minutes or so.
Yep.
I'd imagine the backstory you just gave there, particularly the Baluchistan stuff, that'll probably be accepted straight up, just as a perfect history of everything.
Yep.
I think first principles sucks for the players, sucks for fans, and clearly, you know, everything that's going on and always has gone on like this is an exploitation of the game, so beloved by people that it organically generates the opportunity for political leverage and is used accordingly. And, you know, I just wish they could keep politics out of sport.
Yes.
And I think that if people, and that, if I don't know if anyone suggested that to NUCV, BCCI, to the ICC, who independently arbitrates this, keep politics out of sport, just a thought.
Yep.
I am looking forward in this conversation to flying at 50,000 feet, providing scholarly and entertaining Asian political analysis that produces in-depth insights, universal agreement, and constructive solutions in roughly 5 to 10 minutes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
So my first insight is that Pakistan has seppuku'd themselves.
Yeah.
Possibly for reasons of integrity, possibly for reasons of ego, possibly to deny India the one thing that it wants, possibly because they may feel it's better to die on your feet than live on your knees, or because this is a live situation. I mean, they've just boycotted the game via Twitter. No official communication to the ICC from the PCB. It may be to negotiate a better clip from the annual game that funds a substantial portion of global cricket. Couple of reasons there they might have done it. Also a whole bunch of socio-political reasons, you know, where cricket is just a tool of foreign policy for both nations. So, yeah, it is just nigh on impossible to even commence an analysis that would have any kind of like credibility from South Melbourne, Victoria, Australia, with our background. But, you know, I think we can step through.
What you need to understand is that this isn't a rivalry anymore, because India just win all the games. So they've sort of, they say, well, what's the point? We'll just win our other games, as Pakistan usually do in World Cups. They just win their other games. They'll get through the knockout stages and then just go from there.
Who's crying more in this, by the way?
the whites, definitely the whites. Mate, you know, like, well, every week feels like a big week in Pakistan cricket, right? But, like, you know, the thing...
Can you start every sentence with, here's the thing?
Yeah. Well, here is the thing. Here's a statement from the ICC. ICC tournaments are built on sporting integrity, competitiveness, consistency, and fairness, and selective participation undermines the spirit and sanctity of the competitions. I seem to remember that Pakistan and India get drawn in every single group game, so that is consistent. That is consistent. Every World Cup they play against each other, so like that. The ICC hopes that the PCB will consider the significant and long-term implications for cricket in its own country, as this is likely to impact the global cricket ecosystem with which it is itself a member and beneficiary of. And it's sort of like, you know, like with like the Cameron Green chucking thing. With Pakistan, it's like, just fucking give the fans a break for just 5 minutes, you know. Just let them have a win somewhere. I do like Pakistan making some sort of stand. Now, like, I don't know what the long term
just because it's like, I wonder what happens here.
Kind of, yeah, kind of. I mean, someone's making a stand against something. I mean, look, it is hard to take the T20 World Cup seriously when there's been 4 of these things in 5 years, and just the T20fication of global cricket anyway is so sapping to. It seems sapping to the soul, because there are heaps of good games of T20 cricket and 95% of them are garbage. You know what I mean? And so, like, it makes it really hard to invest seriously about this competition. But what this speaks to is like the future of where cricket is going, and this is, you know, like, we're not going to solve an issue with like India, Pakistan, or anti-India sentiment in Bangladesh, or what's happening with the Prime Minister, or corruption in elections or whatever. But like, all of this speaks to, for me, is like complete sadness with Pakistan cricket, where like they might find themselves in a position where they're like, we're being fucked out of the game anyway. let's make a stand. And like if it costs us like hundreds of millions of dollars, tens of millions of dollars, $1, whatever it might be, at least we're doing something about it, because fundamentally they're being systematically screwed out of the game, as Australia, England, and India were anyway, like diminishing other nations for the benefit of themselves. So it's you can't look at all this stuff in the midst of a fourth T20 World Cup in 5 years and think, you know what, I reckon this has all gone pretty well for international cricket. I'd imagine that people in India, we've spoken about this before, we're you know, fans of India have said, you know, we're not going to take shit from anyone anymore. It's our time to run this game. And they feel very strongly about that as well. And I think that's pretty reasonable. But what is really sad fundamentally is like just fans of the game just getting caught up in all this, where like it's so hard to even understand the base level of it or where it's all going. You know what I mean? You're just looking at it and being like, I mean, this is farce. I mean, this World Cup coming up is not much short of a joke. You know what I mean? But, you know, India win, dollars up, everyone wins. So, thanks for the Japan jersey, by the way, for the guys that came in.
Yeah, there's so many like layers to it. I mean, I think it exposes just the huge volatility of money in the game. You know, when you have a fixture that's like a major pillar of the financial model of cricket, you know, where they are deliberately drawn in the same group every time, that it's worth so much money that it basically funds so many countries that play cricket that rely on ICC disbursements. Those disbursements come from the TV contract, who gets its value largely from this game. Yes, other games as well, but there are other countries who suffer massively if this game doesn't go ahead, which to me says like the financial model is a joke, you know, that these two have to play. I mean, but the thing is, like, part of the reason this is a golden goose game is that, like, it's played between nations that, yes, they have massive populations and love for the game. Like, that's a fact, and the population and the eyeballs means exposure to advertising. That means value goes up, and they love the game so much. But, like, part of the energy of the game as well is that, like, they're warring nations. It's like fucking, this is real-time rivalry shit. This isn't like, you know, how many beers did Harry Brook have in Noosa? That's funny. Who rode a line bike without a helmet? You know what I mean? Just like, get a fucking helmet on. There's you know, who's got more. There's power rankings of who's got more nuclear warheads. I've literally seen that.
Exactly.
Like, so, you know, so these are teams for whom cricket is an extension of foreign policy. You know, Pakistan in this situation, they're using cricket or the withdrawal from it as a tool, just as both of them have in the past. And global cricket has exploited that conflict for its commercial gain. So we can't be surprised. We've participated, you know, part of the energy of the game is the energy between the two countries, you know? So there's always going to be a risk that someone goes, no, I'm withdrawing cricket now. This is a tool. These are just two countries. It's not even an extension of politics. It just is politics. Pakistan now, they're denying India the thing that they want. And, you know, like, I don't know. If you accept that cricket's a tool to extend foreign policy, it occurs to me that India wants Pakistan weak and neutered and on its knees. YouTube comments certainly reflect that. You know, they're excluded from the IPL and adjacencies. They won't play in Test cricket. No concessions really are made for them. But they need them for this game that delivers this percentage of like global cricket revenue. Pakistan have gone pack 'em. But it's like, to me, it's like, it's just goes to show that like it's a lot of the money in cricket that so many people chase, you know, where you get your little coins if you do the right thing and say the things you meant to say, is castle built on stand stuff. It's not stable money. Everyone goes chasing it, just like you would a Shires contract or a sub-district cricket contract.
Totally.
You know what I mean? Where someone says, stop playing grade cricket, come to my club. I'm a pub baron and I have shares in a rub and tug and I've got to go to the ATM to get you some money for your $1 a run. Deal that you've done with us. It's the same thing.
Yeah. Well, I think that's neatly packaged up.
Can I say, we had a week off, so we didn't get a chance to like reflect the sentiment of our Todd Greenberg interview, which I don't think is disconnected from this stuff. So we talked to, you know, Cricket Australia's CEO about things like gambling, Saudi Arabia, ex-player management, and the sale of the summer via privatisation. Funny chat.
Yeah.
But I don't know about you. I don't know if you caught this the same way. The sentiment from audiences where they, I felt like a lot of people were hearing about the reality of cricket reorganised according to the ICC/BCCI's vision for the game, which is, white ball led franchise tours, networked franchise tours with some international windows. I thought the sentiment could be plotted along the lines of like the 7 stages of grieving. I thought a lot of people were angry. People learned that Boxing Day and New Year's Test was not necessarily guaranteed after the next broadcast deal. People are waking up to the idea that this is a fait accompli, that this is what cricket is going to be. And it is going to be that, but I don't think they've been taken on the journey with it. Maybe the reality is too hard to bear. So it just feels like a lot of people are asking after that, what has been, has anything been tried or done to combat this vision for cricket, organised around T20 cricket, organised around India-Pakistan games? And people might look at Pakistan's move and go, who are essentially, or at least officially, backing Bangladesh. I mean, they might still play this game. And going, well, I've never seen someone stand up to India before. What happens now? I think they're going to be punished badly, and I think also we will see that India doesn't really need anybody if it doesn't want.
Feels like quite a big escalation and advancement into the direction that it was probably going anyway. Do you know what I mean?
It feels like it's just a collapse is kind of part of the passage of this.
I've never really thought about it before in terms of a way where India-Pak relations are solved to the point where there is unification in the region. And I sort of include everyone outside of India in that as well. I mean, the thing about Australia's movement within all of this is that all of this is happening to Australia. Australia is not contributing to the direction that it is going. It is happening to us. It is happened to England. It's happening to New Zealand. It's very difficult to understand what moves could be made unless there was an alliance of everyone in the world except for India to create a different avenue of where cricket might go, because India is just so powerful. There is so much money there. There is such a large population, vast population that, I mean, how do you even compete with that in a capitalist society? Literally, how do you compete with that?
Yeah. I do think there are people who are will find it hard to accept India's power for maybe cultural or historic or ignorant reasons. I mean, from my perspective, I think, to the victor goes the spoils. Most resources, most people, greatest love, most money. It's all organised. I think you are entitled to have, or you have, garnered the most power from that situation. That's just pragmatism. And then it's what are you going to do with it? What's the power? What is the exercise of the power? What motivates it? What custodianship is there? What's the vision for the game? And that vision is being articulated now. It's being organised now. Doesn't seem to be a sense that it's being done through partnerships or collaboration that much, but that's power exercising itself, And I just think a lot of people, particularly Aussies, are oh shit, rubber's hitting the road now on what the vision for the game is, and a lot of the things that we're used to are in question, and Aussies are looking for answers, and so is everybody else. And we're seeing now in this World Cup, this is just one this is not so much a flashpoint, but this is one factor of of Indian hegemony, is that cricket as a tool for foreign relations, cricket as politics, is going to invoke political responses from people as well. And it's not really, the game has always been political, but I'm not sure if you look into the past that it's it's been as maybe as I don't know, hyped or energetic or fraught as this.
I feel on occasion that it can feel vengeful. You know what I mean? I feel on occasion it can be like that. Now, if Pakistan are completely ostracised from world cricket on the back of this, or it's moving in that direction in a number of years' time, who would stand with Pakistan as an ally in that situation? I mean, the game is only going in one direction. And
well, so many countries need Pakistan at the moment. If that's a financial model, I reckon there's 5 or 6 who are like, oh sweet, we get like our disbursements drop markedly. We're already struggling for a foothold in the game. Our disbursements drop markedly if India and Pakistan don't play. So it'd be interesting to see if there's a whole bunch of countries going, hey, India, wouldn't like any danger of getting Pakistan back involved because we've built a model on their participation in a game. To which Pakistan might be like, well, if you give us a better clip, then maybe we'll have a game.
Yeah, maybe it's a haggling position, I suppose. Yeah, I mean, the tensions between India and Pakistan, I mean, just historically, I mean, they are understandable. Like, like you wouldn't expect like Ukraine and Russia to start a football game now against each other, right? Like it's understandable, but I mean, fundamentally, keep going back to that same thing of like who misses out. Once again, it's fans of Pakistan cricket, like that they are repeatedly punished.
I spoke to one fan recently who's gutted. It's like I wish they didn't do it. It's completely anecdotal,
right?
Just like I wish they didn't do it. I think we have a good team, and I'm sad that we're going to be punished.
Man, I remember in the US meeting a whole bunch of Pakistani fans, and they were, I mean, the ones that we met in the stadium were very like they were laughing at themselves, like losing another game against Pakistan as against India and stuff. But like they just want their team to do so well, and like Pakistan cricket seems to fall on its face so many times, which in itself is hilarious. But like, it just feels like there is such a love there for for their team, and they lose. They lose. Hope Australia win the World Cup.
Pakistan's looking pretty good, to be honest.
Bit of fire in the belly.
I mean, a lot of people saying they weren't going to win that game against India anyway, so who cares? Yeah, net run rate dip, but
feet up.
40 chest, feet up, bit of rest.
18 holes.
Exactly. Usman Tariq, just give him a break. He's 30. I mean, the final would be pretty hot if Pakistan make it.
Yeah. Where do I play that? The MCG. I should play that in the moon. Anyway, should we talk about that series that happened?
Yeah, I'd
Pakistan
like to.
Against Australia.
I'd like to.
Well, you know what, Pezza? On Kayo, you don't miss a thing. Now, part of this conversation about global cricket and Australia's relationship to the summer, T20 cricket, etc.
Speaking clear, the KO promotion is coming after the India-Pakistan chat.
Let's be clear about that.
Yes.
Let's be clear about that. Yep. And so we want to talk about the NRL and AFL season starting, okay? Pre-season kicks off this month for both codes. AFL State of Origin first time kicks off on the 14th. The best Valentine's Day ever. On KO, don't miss a thing. Okay.
We should have integrated like a footy player into this, like the TVs do. The TVs do sometimes.
Oh yeah, see, yeah.
A bit of footy.
Well, the last T20 World Cup, we spoke to before heading to America, we spoke to
Jimmy Bartell.
Jimmy Bartell.
That's right.
Yeah.
We thought that'd be funny, and there's nothing funny about it.
He was just a good cricketer.
Yeah, exactly. No, I think the promotion's bang on. Footy. Like AFL, league. A lot of Aussies are thinking that way.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, I've really enjoyed, a lot of Australian reaction to bilateral T20 cricket right now. I've enjoyed that. So Pakistan have swept Australia 3-0, involved their first and third biggest ever defeats in T20 cricket. If that sort of thing matters to you, it might. I enjoyed, after the series, Ramiz Raja speaking to Mitchell Marsh. He started the interview with saying, "A big hello to your dad. I played with him." And Mitch Marsh said, "I'll tell him." So that's good, okay? Generations colliding. It's a beautiful thing. Now, Usman Tariq against Cameron Green. People would have seen this. Happened a few days ago, over the weekend maybe.
That's the wrap of the series, by the way?
That's what happened.
Yeah,
that's what happened.
Yep.
That's what happened. Australia played the kids. Pakistan played their strongest side. Pakistan looked real good. A couple of funny shapes and angles with the bowling, perhaps, but
just before we get to it, like I don't think the takes on Australia's results this series have been anywhere near on the money about what's actually going on here.
Okay,
right? There's a lot of questions about selections. A lot of questions about is it the right psychology to not really give one for these for these games.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, Bailey in the gun. Now that is correct. This is a Jolimont situation.
Yeah, he lives in the gun.
But I just want to take you back to Bangladesh versus Australia 2021, okay, which was the immediately preceding series before the UAE World Cup.
I remember this, yeah.
Now, this is a series notable for Australia losing badly, and also the coach sitting the team down after a game and showing how one Australian player kept hitting sixes, saying, see, dips his head. But it was also notable for everyone writing Australia off, right? Now, follow me here. Australia's lost this series 3-0 badly. It was a record-breaking loss, that second game, which was only betted in the third game.
That's right.
Right? So it was the third game is the biggest ever T20 loss since the last one.
Yep.
That's the wrong way around. Now, what I'm proposing is that these are receipts-based losses.
Good.
Right?
Okay.
Australia is inviting the Australian men's team, T20 team, Bailey Head on Pike, McDonald, etc. They want us to write them off because they need to feel something.
Yeah, that's right.
Right?
That's
They
right.
want fuel,
Yep.
just like we gave them after Bangladesh.
Yeah.
Okay. As we've said all along, there's two things this team needs to win T20 cricket: being written off so Adam Zampa can write receipts. And also we don't need Mitch Marsh and Travis Head in form with the bat. We need them in form comedically. Something funny needs to be happening in the side.
Yeah.
They need to be having a good time. And there's a kind of a siege mentality that breeds from here. You know, it's like everyone's off us. No one's ever rated us, especially the old boys. Also, a lot of funny stuff happening inside the team.
Yep.
Okay? So, to my mind, they've ticked the first box there. Okay? They should be written off. Now, I'm happy to start the receipt stuff. A lot of them are old. A lot of them are tired.
Yep.
A lot of them are injured.
They're on a golf trip.
They're on a golf.
And there's a drinking culture in the team.
There's drinking too much.
Yeah, they're on the piss.
Yep. Guys are washed.
Yep.
Smudge should be there.
He should be there.
Yep. He's Australia's highest run scorer in tests. He's as you said off air, he's fresh from pumping Nathan McAndrew around the SCG.
Yeah. He scored 100
and
against the bottom team in one of the weakest domestic T20 leagues.
So I think they're in the right place. This is what they want. And I think we should be writing them off. And I'm saying if they make the final, likely against India, it'll be at Modi Stadium. There's demons there for India.
Yep.
There's nothing India can ever do in that game to erase the lost coronation of 2023. Australia will forever remain their fathers while all of us are alive.
Yep.
Just get there to the final. They've got some precedent of playing shit at the start. Cobble your way through. Someone make a few jokes, write them off, play on.
I'm looking at this team is primed for success. Different, of course, to Prime Train, who's got a different thing going on at the moment. But
well, no, he's got a vision of success.
And it involves actually being on Instagram and liking Usman Tariq's Instagram stories. Of a fat white kid crying after getting out and then saying apology accepted, so that's something. Now, Pat Cummins out of the World Cup.
Yeah.
Hazelwood might be late to the World Cup, recovering from an injury.
All looking pretty good.
So Dwarshuis replaces Cummins. Abbott is added to the squad for Hazelwood. So Matt Short was dropped from the World Cup squad. He was replaced by Renshaw. Then Matt Short played the second and the third T20 in Pakistan after being dropped from the World Cup squad.
And he made 20 odd, which looked pretty good.
So, and Renshaw above Smith, because Renshaw took 5 wickets in the BBL from 10 games. So a bit of bowling in there as well, as with Matt Short. So that's what Smith
I'm spitting chips that Smith's not in instead of Renshaw, who's been picked as a left-hand middle order option who can bowl. But, that's just me.
Yep.
Smith's the highest test run scorer.
Yep. So there's that's what I think this team is. I mean, what more could you want? Do you want them winning games right now? Do you want them doing what India did and whacking 450 against New Zealand in the T20?
The thing is, I do want Steve Smith in the side, but I want it from I want to see if BBL, if the hot hand in the BBL translates. I know IPL teams haven't picked him up or anything like that, but I do think Steve Smith's got energy around him. He's already made it clear, and we do discuss it with Cummins. He's not necessarily keen to be picked for this World Cup. He's already picked the series that he wants to play, and it's in 2 years' time. It's called the Olympics.
It's called the Olympic Games.
It's called the Olympic Games. He's not interested in the other ones. I just want to be ready for, like, he's on his own.
Yeah.
He's on his own journey.
Well, he's in Milan at the moment. He's doing the luge.
Okay. So the other reason I want Smith in is because I do think that they should be looking for like a Josh Inglis, Cam Green situation as well from the 2022 World Cup, which everyone would remember very well.
Yep.
Green had the hot hand
Yep.
Because he made some hundreds for the Reliance Company, Mumbai.
That's right.
And then Josh Inglis got a mysterious
7-iron.
golf injury, which is actually in the Epstein files.
Yep.
So there is an email about that.
Yep.
Yep. I don't know who's got to go down for Smith for that narrative, for Australians to be interested in this T20 World Cup, which they are, and you can catch it on Prime. But I don't know who you want to go to. Is it Cooper Connolly? I kind of want Cooper Connolly there just because of the class factor. But
So the squad is Marsh, Bartlett, Connolly, David, Dwarshuis, Green, Ellis, Hazelwood, Head, Inglis, Kuhnemann, Maxwell, Renshaw, Stoinis, Zampa. Where does Steve Smith fit in? So Steve Smith, 67 T20s for Australia. He has 4 50s from those 67 games. He averages 24, striking at 125. People have been suggesting, including myself, that the opening the batting would be the spot if he was to do that. So that's Head and Marsh. He's only opened 4 times for Australia. He's mostly batted 3 and 4. So opening the batting... his top score is 52. He strikes at like 124, 150, batting at 2.
Yeah, but he's back. He's got this. He's got the bit between. You see it in his eyes.
He is,
Kylie Minogue style.
He is 36, and he's played 4 times in the last 2 years, so he hasn't been in the team. But like, when you've got one of the best batters in the generation globally, like when he's on, and he's got this thing going on where he's lifting, he's doing deadlifts and he's got a chain and he's wearing the eye blacks, he's doing hand stuff, he's ticking off, he's showing off the Soho lifestyle. And you're thinking,
Smith.
This guy is T20. Now, he's just peeled 100 off his cock against England again in the Ashes, somehow usurping Joe Root's wonderful achievements this summer. So you're kind of like, yeah, but it's Smith. But I don't know. I genuinely don't know where you'd play him. Maybe it's just so good and so hot right now. You just fucking get him and figure it out.
Exactly. I think that and this is a problem with Bailey and McDonald have is and they've always had is that I think if you look at the Smith question with the Aussie team in terms of answering the question of like where would he play and what role would he have in the team, you're missing the wood for the trees, like you're being penny wise and pound short or whatever the fuck. Like this is T20. This is vibe. This is confidence. This is Soho Smith. Like, I don't know where you're playing. Now, it does occur to me in T20 cricket that like you might say, well, he can just be a reserve for Mitch Marsh and Travis Head, who are opening the batting, but that would miss the point that all the players who bat underneath opening batters are actually in reserve to open the batting. They all want to open the batting.
Everyone wants to open.
You don't understand T20 cricket if you like. Everyone wants to bat when there's 2 fielders out.
And the ball's hard.
And the ball's hard. And they're bowling fast and the spinners aren't on. Much.
Yeah.
So I think Smith would have to start from the middle order and work his way up. Now, sure, you've read some statistics from when he was younger. Those numbers, I don't know if that's winning you a World Cup for me, but that's where you go wrong because it's just Smith and he's been lifting. And it's the Eye Blacks.
See,
they need a vibe.
And from his perspective, he's like, well, am I not playing because Renshaw bowls?
So he doesn't bowl either. But so he'd be one of 3 pure batters who doesn't open. But it's a bit, I don't know, for me.
But then it's like, well, could he bat 3? It's like, well, Inglis bats there and he's in the IPL and he's a gun.
Yeah. Oh, and he wicket keeps. Yeah.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
he does another role. Well, he can bat 4. Cam Green's
but Smith. Steve Smith.
And it's Smith, it's basically Smith 3.0. Yeah. I'm having a look at it. See, here's the thing. You can satirize this and go, there's no role for him. Or you can go if you saw his name there, are you watching?
Yeah, do you feel better?
Yes.
Yeah. And if Australia fail, do you feel better if Australia losing with Smith in the side?
And if you brought him in, you could also smoke out T20 nonces who say the thing you got to understand about this is not going to work. So
hello.
I'm having a look at it.
Yeah, there are my chips. They are all in all of a sudden.
Exactly. You know, someone will start tweeting with numbers and that. Now, I mentioned Cam Green there earlier. Can we walk through the Usman Tariq situation?
Yes.
Because, again, I don't think it's been appropriately covered. I think a lot of angles have been missed.
Sure.
Well, I want to praise everyone here. I think this is good news for everybody, Cam Green included. Kind of touched on in the What's Getting Your hotline. Now, the thing about the reason, look, if you've missed it, then what are you doing here? It's been the greatest thing to happen in Australian cricket for the last couple of years.
Pakistan were playing softball. Too good for Cam Green.
There's something about this that is extraordinarily funny to me, like this entire situation.
Yeah.
So, like, all right. See, the thing, Cam Green is made in a lab with athletic and biomechanical purity, right?
Right.
He is the full realization of like what sports science, like the ends of sports science in cricket in Australia as it stands.
Yeah.
He's also technique, you know. He tests through the roof. He's the prototype model of what we imagine our best cricketers to be, and he makes all the lines and the shapes that we want. He's a monster with perfect technique. He makes $800 million a year, accordingly, from cricket with IPL contracts, Red Bull contracts. He's the best bat since Ponting, and he bowls at 145 kilometres an hour. He's got mitts bigger than KFC buckets. All right?
That's the Wikipedia bio.
Then he faces a 30-year-old Pakistani bloke at Gaddafi Stadium who's been called for chucking twice in his career, playing in his second T20I. And this guy, Usman Tariq, has already explained his situation when he's been cleared, by the way.
He's been cleared?
Been cleared.
Yeah.
He explained the situation, Usman Tariq. He said already, he goes, I have 2 elbows in my arm. My arm bends naturally. Told him why Kayo Sports this. He says, I have got this tested and cleared. Everyone feels I bend my arms and all that.
Yeah.
My bent arm is a biological issue. So you got Green one side, Usman Tariq other side. Now, Usman Tariq basically bowls like a 65-year-old grandpa recovering from his 3rd spinal fusion, who's been called to bowl to a petulant kid in the backyard, who's been carrying on.
Yeah.
Right? And we've got the pick here, Chuck. He gets Cameron Green out with these ones.
Long sleeves,
Now-
interesting long sleeves. Okay, yeah.
Look at this. Now, I love that cricket has space for these things.
Yeah.
Like, you can breed an athlete in a lab.
Yeah.
And it's like, mate, you might be able to do it on bouncy decks at the Wacker. Well, you can't do it yet, but we hope you can.
Yeah, maybe one day,
We'll give
yeah.
you a couple tests,
Yeah.
maybe 40 tests. Maybe you can do it, but and you get all the contracts, but can you do it in a warm-up bilateral at Gaddafi Stadium against 65-year-old grandpa bowling these ones who's been called twice? The answer's no. You know, like this guy he's got a yank and pause golf swing. You know, like those guys who've got lower back issues.
Yeah.
And I don't think this is a chucking issue. I think it's a hammers and shit issue.
I got it.
In
Okay.
Australian cricket. We've always struggled with guys who have 2 elbows or they've been taken to with hammers.
Yeah.
This is to complement this.
Yes.
Australian cricket has all, and Cameron Green is the opposite of that.
Yeah.
And he has suffered at this.
Yeah.
Now, I like what Cameron Green's doing as well.
Sure.
Because he has shown, he's been demonstrative as he's got off the field. That's all we've asked for. Leather jacket in the bag, neck tattoo. Sean Abbott found it funny if you look closely.
Accuse someone of cheating.
Exactly.
Just fucking get yourself going, you know?
This is cricket. And Khawaja goes, Usman Khawaja's, Usman Khawaja's taken to public comment. He says there aren't many things worse than being called a chucker in cricket. Correct. This guy's been cleared.
Twice.
The stigma is real. Yeah, how's Kuhneman feel? The man is just doing his best and has been cleared twice. Let's have some perspective and understanding and stop jumping to conclusions. Now, Uzi's got a bit to learn about media, in my view, on that last. That is, of all the things said on this show and everything going on in cricket at the moment, that is some of the most naive idealism I've ever heard.
Yeah.
Perspective, understanding, not jumping to conclusions.
Empathy.
Get out of here.
Wow. Okay. All the best, mate.
Get out of here.
Chuck, can you bring up that image?
I mean, that's honestly, I want to put this up. It's one of the best images ever.
I'm looking at that, and you know what I'm thinking? Fuck the academy. Fuck the academy. You know, like if you've got a kid and you think he's going to be pretty good at cricket, he gets a nice polo that says like has got the club emblem, it says academy on it. You get the shorts, you're feeling good. You go to training. Yeah. You get to tell people at school at recess, I'm in the academy. Good luck fucking facing that. Yeah. Okay.
Exactly.
When you face that.
My kid's got his first under-8s, his first game of competitive cricket this afternoon.
Face that, to be fair.
Mate, I'm people are like I'm modelling him on Usman Tariq. They couldn't play him.
Now, when Chris Green got called for, that was wrong in my opinion. I don't know what
that was. I mean, he's two
differences are there,
cleared.
But yeah,
he's been cleared. Look, honestly, like I'm cool with his action personally. I just think the humor is better than. I just think it's just great for the game. I just think when you got you just got like lab athletes who are like can't defeat 65, spinal fusion.
Yeah,
and it's like it's the stop and prop as well. Brad Haddon says that's not normal. Exactly. That's the problem.
Exactly.
He's correct.
Yeah.
That's the problem with Australian cricket. We're too fixated on what's normal.
Mm-hmm.
Where are the stop and prop bowlers? Do you know what I mean? Why do we stigmatise these guys and push them out of the game? I want more stop and prop. They've been doing it in penalty shootouts for years.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Penalty shootouts for years. You do have to keep moving, but yeah. They actually did change that rule, but...
Still a point well made.
Thank you.
Anyway, so boys looking good, I think.
Yep. Scotland come in, by the way, for Bangladesh.
Yeah.
They didn't actually win their qualifier. Jersey did, but Scotland just, I think they're just...
Scotland.
I don't know.
Vibes.
The team's got more money or something.
They've been given visas as well to have some warm-up games. So that's good.
They got them quickly?
Got them quickly.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Jersey. Jersey might step in for Pakistan, India-Pakistan.
Could have got some Jersey boys, stuff in headlines, that kind of stuff,
Well, Jersey won that fucking that qualifying tournament. They were the next cab. And they've been stiffed. That's
Scotland,
the real story.
Scotland, though,
Good result for the Italy boys. Like just from a pure game perspective, politically, I think policy should be kept out of sport. But the Italy boys, like Bangladesh was in the group, and now Scotland comes in. Scotland 6s and 7s. They got World Cups. They got women's doing stuff. The men they had to fly over at pace. Bank those points. Italy, Italia, 90. Should we just say quickly what our World Cup shows?
Sure.
Still putting the finishing touches on what the coverage will be for the World Cup. Finalising some partnerships. We are locked in to provide some social content for Prime Video, Casual and Prime, and just concluding partnerships for our reviews shows. Just dotting the T's and crossing the lowercase J's on a couple of matters. So yeah.
The BBL happened a while ago. Scorchies won. Rightfully so. Sixers, though, not happy. They weren't happy as Sixers. They played that first final in Perth. So they flew to Perth, lost in Perth, then flew home. They won the game in Sydney, then flew back to Perth with no chance to train, and they got pumped. That's.
I think heaven and earth should have been moved to accommodate the Sixers' schedule and exactly what they wanted.
Meet them halfway.
They're from Sydney. Simple as that.
Couldn't agree more.
Scorchies too good.
Best team.
Yeah.
Greg Shipperd got sacked though, Pezza. He's been in the Sixers for 11 seasons, 2 titles and 9 finals campaigns. Only 2 times the Sixers have not made the BBL Finals. Also leaving his role as head coach of New South Wales, despite the Blues being in contention for the Shield and the one-day finals. Here's what he said. My contract was to conclude at the end of the 26-27 season, and I'm so incredibly disappointed that I will not have the opportunity to honour my commitment and continue to develop the wonderful young players I've been working with. That is big news, to be fair, because Greg Shipperd's been in New South Wales cricket for a long time. But the Shield does return this week. New South Wales are in Sydney. They play against South Australia. Victoria in Melbourne playing against Queensland. WA at the Wacker against Tasmania right now. Victoria.
What's the game of the week there? What do you got your eye on?
Just all of them.
Yeah.
Just all of them.
Mega War. Trick question.
Still so much cricket happening, which is weird for February.
I can only say, all of Australia should be taking notice of this decision with Greg Shipperd because Australian cricket is largely powered by New South Wales cricket, right? In my view.
Wow.
Well, It's not my view, actually. That's just a fact. Right? All of Australia should be sitting up and taking notice of this decision around Greg Shippett. As you said, like he got this post off the back of the nadir, the lowest ebb of New South Wales cricket, and has largely improved the team. And he's right now, he had a 2-year contract. He's halfway through this season.
Right.
And there's another half of Shield cricket. So he's 25% of the way through his 2-year contract.
Yeah.
At the end of this year, he would be 50% of the way through, which is when his when it ends, right? So he's still finishing the season with him. Now, it's interesting to me that they are on an upward trajectory, albeit from the lowest possible base.
Yeah.
And they've, you're never privy to what's happening internally at any team, right? So you don't know if it's there's a sense that the players want a fresh new voice or whatever. But it does seem to have the vibe to me of well, you kind of got us off the canvas, Shippy, and we'll take it from here. We need a new voice. Maybe that's right, and that's the ambiguity of all of these leadership decisions. I mean, New South Wales needs to produce Australian players and win titles. It's simple as that.
Yep.
We need to have half the Australian team, and also to win. I'll take once every 2 years, right? And they've won one Shield in 10 years or whatever.
Yep.
Couple of BBLs. But over the last couple of years of New South Wales cricket, it's been and this is what happens in all teams, right? If it's not working for you, you turn over players. And if that's not working, you turn over coaches. They've done both things. And then the next thing is you have a look at the administration as well. So I'd imagine, and I think the administrators of Cricket New South Wales would agree with this as well. But it's a bit last chance saloon for this kind of generation, I reckon. They've made a heavy call, get rid of a guy who's improved them. I'd imagine the clock's ticking.
I wonder why they've if there was someone that was going to be made available to them, like Ange Postecoglou, for instance,
or McCullum. He's played for New South Wales. Baseball, New South Wales.
Fuck. Okay.
Yeah.
No, I'm in.
I wonder who's on the market.
I don't know how cricket coaches work.
Name a club coach.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alex Malcolm.
Name a club.
I'd take New South Wales under Alex Malcolm. How could that be?
I'll take myself under Alex Malcolm.
Yeah, exactly. Where does it end?
Okay. Well, we probably should have mentioned this earlier, but
yes,
it is enormous news that Sophie Molineux has been announced as the new captain of the Australian cricket team. She obviously captains the Renegades of Victoria. She's 28 now, but was the youngest ever captain of the Gades at 21, captain Victoria at 22, even when Lanning and Perry were fit. So Tariq McGrath and Ash Gardner are joint vice captains. So, I mean, it says more about me entirely that I was surprised by Molineux's appointment because Tariq McGrath has acted as stand-in skipper 16 times already. Anyway, Alex Malcolm, speaking of Alex, noted in his article, he said this: Molineux, the 28-year-old Victorian spinner, is a left field choice, given she has not played either T20I or Test cricket since 2024 due to her latest knee injury, and she was managed through last year's ODI World Cup on return. She also did not play a full WBBL for Melbourne Renegades, but her success as Renegades captain, leading the club to a drought-breaking title in 24-25, is a major reason for her elevation to the national job. So she's going to take charge for the first time in the T20s against India. Alyssa Healy will take charge for the Test of the WACA and, of course, the ODI still. Then they'll manage her workload, apparently, in the West Indies. That's Sophie Molineux's workload in the West Indies, where there's a multi-format tour in June, I think it is, including a Test match. But there you go. Sophie, I mean, were you surprised? Were you surprised was...
Yep.
I mean, she obviously captains the Renegades, done amazingly, captains Victoria, so it just says more about me and the lack of knowledge of her success as captain. But
I don't think it does. I think that Sophie clearly is a super effective player when she's fit. She's universally respected by her teammates, as you mentioned there. She clearly has had has been earmarked, the only way to be marked, for leadership.
Yeah, right.
You always hear how much they love Soph.
Mm-hmm.
But that said, it's a decision where leadership is asking fans to trust their read on this because like I don't think the call was obvious. Like she's not the most prolific player. She's had struggles getting onto the park. There must be a view that like had she not had those struggles, she would be as prolific as everybody else, and maybe that's true. Someone like Ash Gardner, who's been vice captain, has been the opposite of that. I think Talia McGrath, it's not unreasonable to say, has like just struggled for form for a little while, and perhaps that may have counted against her because she's been, she was a world beater for a couple of years there, struggled of late, and perhaps on that basis couldn't be, like drop down the pecking order. I think Soph also referred to like a process of some description for this captaincy, put her hand up. She must have impressed people within that. But, she's the all-format captain, I think.
Yeah.
I think most Australian captains, whatever, men's or women's, tends to be given to somebody who is prolific, and has and is super experienced. Now, there's a couple of exceptions to that. So I think it's like, it's great. It's great to walk through it, but I think the thing that stands out is that there's just a sense that Sophie's an incredible leader, and, and that she's really respected. So look forward to seeing it. But I don't think it's unreasonable to go like, well, that's seems out of the ordinary rhythms, of like who gets appointed captain.
Yeah, then I suppose the other candidates would be a little bit further away, like Phoebe Litchfield, for instance, would be too young just yet. But I suppose. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true. Because you think about like people that would play in every single format, which is, I mean, a few of them to be fair, but like Alana King's been dropped from the T20 setup after she struggled in WBBL, which is extremely surprising given what she did in the World Cup, especially. But I
find that amazing.
But there you go. Anyway, so now Sophie is now responsible for winning every single game that they play because let's be honest, they fucked it the last couple of World Cups.
Yep, big stars.
So
big stars.
What am I supposed to do but be entitled? New captain, big responsibilities.
The moment we're not entitled is the moment the game's lost. Truly, here.
Well, keeping a keen eye on that.
Key. Key.
Well, indeed. And Sri Lanka are hosting England at the moment. England won the ODI series 2-1. And have won the first 2 of the 3 T20s in Sri Lanka. So a bit of form for England. Okay. Now, the second ODI was on a low, slow pitch. England chased 220. Both Root and Brook said that the pitch was the worst pitch they'd ever played on. And they both said, I don't think it's a great pitch for ODI cricket. Joe Root also said to TalkSport, in this format, I don't think many people want to tune in and watch 4.5 and over be a competitive score. What is with these guys like? Always commenting on like a broader theme of like the importance of like fucking high scoring, fast paced cricket to fucking save the.
But didn't Brooks said it was like the worst pitch I've ever played on.
Worst pitch I've ever played on. Scored runs, by the way.
Yeah, got runs.
Yeah, runs.
Like 4.5 and
so,
over.
Tip my cap.
Yeah, 4D.
Dipsy said.
Once again. That's why he's always been earmarked for leadership as well, irrespective of
spot on
anything. But
yeah.
Just look at it.
The third ODI, Joe Root hit 111. Harry Brook hit 136 off 66 balls as England won by 53 runs.
Sorry, go.
Yeah, no, go on.
Here's the thing.
Yeah, okay.
With Harry Brook is like, can you, we got to say, he's so fucking good at batting. As in, can you remember a player who was like, wasted so many runs, wasted so many opportunities, who like has the record that he has? Like with him, it's like,
oh, I see. Yeah.
What are the numbers going to look like when he just kind of puts it together?
Yeah.
Like the prefrontal cortex just comes together and he just gets into that next phase of his manhood. He's capable of like such unbelievable feats. He's so fucking good. Anyway, I just keep like, what's his test average? 55?
Yeah.
Mate, you're like, how the fuck does he do that with how many innings he throws away?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's almost to his credit. It's like he's in that phase of his career where it's like, he was still trying to work out his game. He averaged 55 during it.
Yeah.
And then it came together. Like there is like, and we'll get into the Brook stuff's hilarious right now, but like I feel like it's more hilarious because it's like How old is he? He's like
26.
Yeah, the brain is just finishing itself off right now.
Right.
You know, like Constance has a few years. All these guys all these guys in their 25 plus into their 30, like they accrue some responsibility. The brain chemistry figures itself out, and then they do better usually.
Travis Head's probably the good example. A comparative player.
He averaged like 40. Like he was like maybe in his 30s
High
30s, maybe low 40s, and he had some stuff to work out. And then he's like, just since then zoomed on.
From memory, he was going to get dropped, and then he scored 100 against New Zealand at the Boxing Day test in 20. But the year that Marner scored all those runs, so it must have been 2020 after the 2019 Ashes.
But
but then sort of came together, and then I think he wasn't happy with like being told how to defend.
Punter was saying he's going to get out like this. And Punter was calling his dismissals.
And then it's like he just scores these amazing runs when the team needs him the most. And like Harry Brook he already scores bulk runs, so like you just figure like when he ages and matures a little bit more and maybe irons out the kinks.
Good man.
Then what could it be? Could get worse. I don't know.
That's the thing. Like Head was struggling, averaging 40. And they're like, shouldn't he? Yeah. Like Brook's struggling, averaging 55. I don't know.
Anyway, Josh Butler became the most capped England player ever. Which is, I mean, talk about a good looking batter.
Oh, man, it's all time.
He made some comments like saying that it never quite worked out for him in Test cricket, which is somewhat of a regret. As it would be, I suppose, but like, I mean, he won the World Cup as captain here, right, in 2021. I can never remember what year that World Cup was here. 2022.
Just twos everywhere.
22. Won the World Cup at home, of course, in 2019, the ODI World Cup. What a player. England, what am I talking about? Sorry, Adil Rashid took 3 for 9 in the opening game of the T20s before Sam Curran equalled the most hat-tricks in this format. Tom Banton, who's batting at 4 for England, hit 54 off 33 to get England over the line, chasing 168 from 17 overs. That's what's happened in the white ball games in Sri Lanka. So England, after struggling for a period of time, looks like there might be something going on.
They're not yet short of qualification for the World Cup at the moment.
For ODIs, yeah, I think
so. Just necessary wins on the road. Road to World Cup. 98 FIFA.
Now Harry Brook. He's cleared it up. He's cleared it up in New Zealand. Are you like still talking about this? Yeah. He says he lied that he was alone in an altercation with a nightclub bouncer in New Zealand late last year to protect his teammates. And that he is learning from the incident. Here's what he said. I accept responsibility for my actions in Wellington and acknowledge that others were present that evening. I regret my previous comments, and my intention was to protect my teammates from being drawn into a situation that arose as a result of my own decisions. So, noble. Monty.
You say you're still learning. It's like that's something children say. He's like, I'm still learning. You know what I mean? Like that's like, I know you're still learning. Anyway.
Yeah, it reminds me of like when David Beckham talking about his son, just saying like you got to let your kids make mistakes. Fucking perfect.
Exactly.
Perfect. Can his wife dance on me at the wedding?
They organised that Epstein drop after that, I guess.
Wake up, babe.
Yeah.
New files just dropped.
Babe! Imran Khan was a British socialite lion.
And he was chopping birds at Sydney Uni. Redacted.
Yeah, he was a good bowler. Now, what I like about the Brook situation is that, firstly, he's protecting his mates. And I think everyone's allowed to go for a beer. And I think that's clear.
Yes.
And I also think all you need is a couple of mates to get you home. And that's always been the issue. Yeah. But I like that we found out from Rob Key, was it?
Yeah.
That Brook was on a final warning.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then after the final warning that Brook remained on, he then lied about what happened.
Yep.
Which included, the fact that there were other people there.
Right.
And then he admitted to that lie. So I don't know what warning comes after a final warning, but he will bat 5 in the T20 World Cup. But I don't see any issue with England management or culture. Just Chucky.
Now, what are you doing over there?
Yeah, no, you're gonna fess up there, mate.
Yeah.
Has that come through for everybody else?
Yeah.
Whatever sound that was.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got Buckley's Nathan Buckley.
Yeah.
You stay out of it. Anyway, So yeah, all looking pretty good there for Harry Brook.
No
But
further
also, he's
questions.
just looking after his mates. But do you think it goes to show, like, do you think we're a bit selective in our judgment of drinking cultures? Like, if Harry Brook just destroys us in the Ashes and England wins, does this come out, or is it like, or maybe it does come out and it's just celebrated? Man, just bloke loves a beer. Like, is it a winning beers, or does winning cover all sins?
Yeah, it does. I suppose the intimation is that they didn't succeed because they love getting on the piss.
Maybe it's hard to win when you're getting. He said he wasn't leathered.
Yeah, so that's, take that at face value.
And Key said it was just a glass of wine over dinner. Generally.
Who can't relate to having one drink at dinner and thinking,
right.
you know what, all of a sudden it's 2 a.m.
Yeah, and going out by yourself. Oh wait, and then there was others.
Okay, well that's a bit less.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
But do you think England have done well here to actually, keep this story from the Ashes? Like have the spin doctors actually succeeded in okay, it has eventually come out, all this stuff. All of it. I don't think there's any more to come out. Nobody knows anything else that's involved in this.
Yeah.
Sure, some people knew some stuff. It seemed pretty. Yeah, but yeah, do you think they've actually done well just to cover it up for the right amount of time?
Yeah, probably because like they wouldn't have won the Ashes regardless. Cause like they haven't lost the Ashes because Harry Brook got punched by a bouncer in Wellington, right? In my opinion,
preparation.
What I think
they got the preparation wrong.
What I think is that the entire system of like just fucking feet up, do whatever you want, no responsibility, get on the piss. That culture, which has been festering a little bit harsher term, but like been established over the last few years, leads to them being very focused on like let's get into the Ashes, let's go hard, let's fucking have 8 days, 7 days on the piss in Noosa. Do you want a bowling coach? Don't worry about a bowling coach. What about the golf? That culture, like you wonder, like, Joe Root has said after scoring this 111 or whatever, that there's no doubt that his batting is improved
since the curfew came in.
Since Brendan McCullum came in. And I think it's very reasonable to suggest that a lot of players have benefited from the idea of a relaxed environment, be responsible for yourself, do whatever you want, but get yourself right on game day. There's probably there are more players that have not benefited from that environment, and that leads to the team not being very good.
Yeah, far too rational. Are you suggesting that the advocacy or advocating of a casual preparation may also lead to casual play on field?
Perhaps.
Like that they're linked.
There could be a correlation. Difficult to say.
Yeah, and if you get leathered both with alcohol and by a bouncer the night before a game, you're not likely to succeed as much as if you didn't do that.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Look, if you got an opening batter who just fucking whacks it but averages 30 and has played 70 tests, some circuits are going to be better. Some circuits better than others, you know what I mean? Like, some beers better than others.
You guys still talking about this?
I just think, as it's moving on forward and we're just learning more and like, he's lied and, they knew and then it's covered up and then we're all supposed to just be like, okay, it's just, that's just how it is it? That's just how it is. Shouldn't England fans be like, this is fucking garbage? Well, shouldn't they be like that?
We do hear from a lot of England fans who say, we do say this. Well, like lots of people say this. It's not quite reflected at the leadership level or maybe in some of its media. But there's a lot of, you would agree, there's a lot of England fans who actually get the shits when we're like, why don't these guys cop any shit for it? And they're like, we do think this.
It's funny, yeah. You're right. I do hear that a lot. I just don't see it anywhere. I don't know.
Well, anyway, I think they've said basically McCullum's going to win the World Cup in India and Sri Lanka to keep his test and red and white ball job.
Well, that should be interesting.
Banton might bat 4. Don't know. Watch this space.
So India have been playing against New Zealand at home and they've fucking smashed them 4-1. New Zealand got a game. So, Ishan Kishan hit 111 off 41 balls in the fifth game as India hit 271 in the first innings. The third game, chasing 155, Abhishek Sharma hit 68 off 20. That's striking at 340 in the chase. They got that in 10 overs. The second game, India chased 208 in 15 overs, thanks to 76 off 32 to Ishan Kishan, 82 off 37 to Sky, and 38 off 18 to Shivam Dubey. The opening game, India made 238. Abhishek hit 84 off 35. Rinku Singh, 44 off 20, batting at 7. Right. Basically saying absolute bulk runs coming out of your ear holes, your eyeballs, and any other crevasse or orifice that you fancy. Runs deluxe. New Zealand a little bit short. I've had some injury issues. But India look pretty good. They were pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, there's no space for Shubman Gill in their T20 side. And there's no space for Joe Root in England's T20 side. Is that right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. I think I'll bring Smith back, though, for Australia. But, yeah, India are a machine. And they, by all rights, should win the World Cup at a canter.
Without losing a game.
Yeah, well, one game's a forfeit, by the way. So, once again, another leg up. But plus the net run rate benefit.
Oh, yeah.
1-0 India, yeah. But, and just all the way to Modi Stadium, and I don't see any problems for them. It's too good. It's too good across the park.
Should we even go ahead with the?
Well, everyone bowls 16 overs. Everyone's got to face 216 if Bumrah's playing.
Yep.
You know? And the batting lineups are Joe. Abhishek Sharma's best player in the world.
Yep.
With the blade.
There are no weak links there.
0. So I think it's Globetrotters, Washington General stuff.
Yep. Just sit back and enjoy it, guys.
Hey.
If you're an Indian cricket fan, just sit back and enjoy it. It's a stress-free home World Cup win.
Yep. And the thing is, 4D chess from India again. IPL's up next. Everyone's already got their contracts, so they don't. So no other players from other teams are playing for IPL contracts.
Not playing for anything.
Feed up for them as well.
Yep.
McCullum styles.
Yep.
Crossword. You name it. So yeah, I think get set for another ICC trophy for India. Now, they will never have as many ICC trophies as Australia in all of our lifetimes. So if you're Australian,
don't worry about
you'll never be defeated by India while you're alive. Now, your kids, probably.
Yeah.
Or if you do play them every year, maybe.
They are going to sort of pick up the pace with these because there's a couple of gaps in the calendar where...
and fewer teams playing.
Sort of nothing happening, so, yeah. Well done, India, for winning the World Cup.
Yeah, exactly. Parade, Marine Drive, you name it.
Sometimes you just got to put your hand up and you say, well played. Well played. You know.
Too good.
Just
too good.
Too good. On the field, off the field.
Too good on the day.
Now, South Africa's, get this, Pezza, talking about future cricket, South Africa's entire international home summer has consisted of these 3 T20s against the West Indies. That's the only time South Africa have played at home this summer.
Yeah. So is that the future of the game?
Well, to be fair, they have won that series 2-1. The last game was a 10-over side game. Sure. Windies won that game by 6 runs. The second match, South Africa chased 221 in 17 overs. Okay. Thanks to Cox 115 off 49 balls.
He's back.
So, you know, I thought he stopped playing.
Yeah, he did. And then I think he's just like,
nah.
Yeah.
Team's pretty good. I've
caught all the fish.
And the Under-19 World Cup still going on. Australia against England tonight, Pezza. Australia against England tonight. India, Afghanistan, the other semi-final on Wednesday night, if that's the sort of thing you care about. And it should be.
Yeah. I only get out of bed for World Cup wins.
Yep.
And then for 2 players who might have performed in it. And they might get a shot one day.
Yeah, in Shield for the weakest side.
Exactly. No, I like people talking about guys coming through. I like the look of this guy. I like what he does.
Totally.
Yeah.
Totally.
But yeah, I'll be expecting. I mean, this is a friend of the show. If Ollie Peake doesn't go bang bang with centuries, then time to have another look at this. What's that mean?
His birth certificate. He saw he's got 100 the other day.
Yeah, he's got one.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. So that's good.
Okay.
Go Ollie. Go Australia.
You said there's a bit of chat about Fergus O'Neill maybe going to New South Wales.
Yeah, I have. Yeah.
Yeah, a few New South Wales stories at the live show.
You also had a Jacob Bethel story. Who turns out was there that night. Anyway, unrelated. That's unrelated. Okay, AskTGC is brought to you by Smith Optics Australia, Pezza. Now, I was walking along the beach here in Melbourne the other day, Pezza.
Yep.
And there was like a wedding reception at a pub in Port Melbourne. And there was a guy wearing these exact sunglasses.
Hell yeah.
In a suit. So if you're talking about like versatility, then like how much further can you go than Smith Optics? Now you can use the code FAST at checkout for 25% of your order. If you feel like just paying 3/4 of the price by using the code FAST at smithopticsaustralia.com.
Returning money to your pocket.
Yeah. I don't think that's exactly how it works. I'm actually not sure. You have to do it yourself and check.
Hypothetical.
Yeah, just have a look and check. But if you fancy doing like a half marathon in the morning, but you've got a wedding in the afternoon, and by the way, there's a festival later that night after the wedding. That's quite a big day. I'll just be sort of pacing yourself there. But your eyewear sort of the entire day, from woe to go.
I've taken it easy on the booze for a couple of weeks, and that's meant that I can start remembering my dreams. And the other day I had a cricket dream, and I made 51 not out off 200 balls against St George. Don't know why.
Okay.
Don't know why. Ones, obviously.
Of course.
So I was really pleased because I'm pushing shit up a hill to just get on the field and play in my dreams. I can't get out there. I can't get the pads on. I can't do it. And obviously, talking about your dreams is one of the most interesting things for everybody else.
Yeah.
I just wanted to mention that in that dream, two things happened. Like at some drinks break or other, I bumped into Mitch Starc and Elisa Healy.
Yeah.
Had a chat. For some reason, the TGC team was with me. And then after the innings, I thought I was resuming, but I didn't in a dream. They were sitting at a bar in a booth, and we'd already seen them once. And then you guys decided to go and join them in the booth. And I was like, guys, I don't think that's good form. Let's just leave them alone. Walked over to tell you guys that, but there were no other seats around. So I slid into the booth, and for some reason, both Mitch Starc and Elisa Healy had shaved heads. Mitch Starc is an ambassador of Smith Optics. So
I had a dream a couple of nights ago about Andrew O'Keefe, who I don't think is any affiliation, but
I'd be surprised. That'd be yeah. Okay, we can do this.
Deal or no deal situation.
Yeah. So the other yeah. I actually missed with a joke the other day. No, I'm going to have to cut it out. That's not going to happen. I'm going through it. It's not going to work.
Well, anyway.
Not because the joke missed. It's inappropriate.
Well, anyway, you can use the code FAST at checkout, smithopticsaustralia.com.au for 25% off your order. And also they're, getting behind, talk about Winter Olympics as we were briefly before. They do wonderful snow gear as well. AskTGC, getting your questions to hello@greycricketer.com. How long have we been going for here, Chuck? Hour and a half. Okay, no worries. Thank you.
Sorry for the value.
Okay, Jack wrote in. He said, boys, had an incredible moment on the weekend where my father finally showed some sort of concern for my mental or physical well-being for the first time in my life. Made me think, maybe he doesn't hate me. After getting a chance up the order at 5, brackets I'm usually 9, on a pitch that would make CA executives hard with how surely it would make a test match last 5 days. On one run, I decided to put a half tracker from the spinner down the throat of the only bloke in the deep. I woke up on Sunday morning to a thumping headache and a message from my father simply saying, are you okay? On the high of seeing some genuine concern from a man whose affection I've strived for so many years, I responded in a positive way, stating, never better. It's just a game. Within about 45 seconds, he replied, good, because that was the worst fucking shot I've ever seen. Cheers.
Yeah.
Well, okay, so your dad watched you play is the moral of that story, Pezza.
Yeah, exactly. He's getting greedy. I mean, your father's clapped eyes on your own game and actually made comment.
Yeah.
Like with comprehension.
Yeah.
About what he's seen.
Yeah. So,
yeah.
I'd trade it all in.
Yeah, exactly. It does happen. If you're usually at 9 and you go up to like number 5 or something, like it's too high. As in, like, you're just like, I don't belong. Even if it's a good deck and whatever, you're like, I don't belong here. If you don't have the identity of runs, you're not scoring runs. That's just, you're like, I get out now.
What are the circumstances where you've been promoted to 5 when you are a 9? So, I'm just going to skip ahead here, Pezza, and this one comes in via a non from Patreon.
Okay.
He said, boys, I'm sure you've thought about this, and sorry to interrupt you on your week off, but I think your discussion about the BBL privatisation and Todd Greenberg from the end of the latest TGC Raw would be great for all the non-paying fuckpigs to hear. It was such an honest, frank and reasonable discussion, and I think it would do well for everyone to hear it. Amazing value from you and the team, and enjoy your time off. On a more TGC Raw vein, did you hear about Channing Tatum pissing on Amanda Seyfried's leg?
That's the universe we live in.
Now, of course, if you do want to listen to what a non is talking about,
and we're not going to say it here,
but you can listen to that via TGC Raw and Patreon. You know where to sign up there. But I didn't know what Channing Tatum had done, so I looked it up. This is via E! News. Indeed, the 40-year-old unlocked a memory from a time with the actor on the set of 2010's Dear John, when he made the set even more interesting. He peed on my leg once without me knowing, Amanda recalled in an interview with Deadline, published in January 15. He peed on my leg at the beach, and I didn't realise at first. Then I was like, oh, that's why he's standing so close to me. What the? According to Amanda, Channing's prank almost went beyond her, and she had to save someone else from the crosshairs of the messy situation. There was a coffee cup very close by, and a little bit got in the coffee cup, and he ran away. The housemaid actress shared. As I was screaming and one of the makeup artists picked it up and was about to drink it, I saved her. So Channing Tatum horseplay on the set of Dear John.
Just simple tubbing horseplay.
On the set of a Hollywood blockbuster.
Yeah. No. Maybe, yeah. You might have just had those VR goggles on. that have like tub cam.
Speaking of VR goggles, Wasted Saturday's coming out tomorrow. Someone sent in, someone was wearing the Meta glasses, and then when they were batting, and they got bumped.
Oh.
And they got hit. It's just, they're just looking at it, just like, like you get those like GoPro YouTube stuff of guys facing bowling, like just gives you anxiety just remembering what it's like to try and hit a ball.
Yeah. Oh, totally.
No, I mean, and then, this kid getting bumped in the head. No good. No good.
Yeah, a lot of keepers knocking around with those glasses now.
Oh, yeah, right, yeah. It's not great. You can't, like, it doesn't work as your eyeballs do with, like, depth perception, actually, like, tracking the ball. It's like just a missile just coming at you from... Anyway. All right, one more.
Okay.
This is from a non. Titled, McGill, the Master of How to Play the Cricketer. You often discuss how should, quote, the cricketer in the group behave playing backyard cricket. On the 26th of January 2026, I witnessed one of the greats in all his glory. Our local pub in Balmain, the Bald Rock, has an annual game of street cricket. Parents are able to perform outstanding displays of caregiving by getting blind and disregarding their kids for a few hours. The game was being policed by a late 20s man in a VB Hawaiian shirt, a Bunnings wide-brimmed hat, and a megaphone. It was also apparent that this man did not have a child, at least present, nor an employee. That's where I saw the legend Stuart McGill. He was understated, dressed in the pub's memorabilia T-shirt and chatting with the locals. After being beckoned to the crease, McGill gripped the tennis ball in mitts that made this thing look like a grape. He side-mouthed one of his mates and ripped the thing, a bamboozling ball that made the kid do a 720 with the bat. Unplayable. Applause from the crowd. He side-mouths again, barely opens his mouth and strides to the crease. The legend lays up a full toss grenade that the kid connects with and hits him over the roof of the pub. The crowd goes wild. McGill goes up and gives the kid a big high five. Although this is mainly a heartwarming story that this kid will remember, why was I fuming that the kid wasn't given 6 and out? I mean... Stuart McGill on the circuit. Bowling the kids. Kid whacks him for 6. Goes up, high five. That's how you behave.
Bald Rock Hotel is one of the great pubs, by the way. If you ever get a chance to go, it's great. Now, you're exactly right, I reckon, especially someone in McGill's situation. What you like, he's done that masterfully. Comes in, gives everybody the circus trick, right? And
with the ball. Rips it.
Yeah.
Rips it.
And rips it past him and goes, wow, that's amazing. And then lets the kid have the final say.
Yes.
But everyone's seen what he's been able to do.
Yeah.
So it's very obvious when he lobs one up. Now I'm giving back to the game, right? And then gives the kid a high five. Well done, champion.
Yeah. And he's getting around the pub in the memorabilia shirt.
Yep. Perfect.
January 26th, everyone's happy.
January 26th, everyone's there. Hey, there's McGilla. Go say good day to him.
Yeah.
Get the conversation. You know, lovely evening. You know,
I'll tell you what, the kid does well to hit him for 6 there, because if the kid just like pops on up the chute, then he gets out, then it's like.
But that's probably masterful from me. Probably knows where to bowl to the kid. He's probably watched the kid and just gone like he likes on the hip, you know, or whatever. Full toss.
Yeah, and so this guy who wrote in said like, well, it's 6 and out.
Yeah,
this kid's out.
Yeah,
so
you could have gone up to McGill, 6 and out. McGill would be like the band, and then like gone up to McGill and gone, I think that's out. You know, let's discuss over the next few hours.
Exactly. That's right. All right, that's the show for this week. If you want to get into AskTGC, hello@gradecricketer.com. Pezza, thank you.
Thank you.
Chucky?
Yep.
Thanks.
Nods.
Yeah. And we'll see you guys again on the internet, well, imminently. Goodbye.